Hey! In our last video, we talked about how we should reach out to books which aren't related to us academically more often than usual. But does that mean that our approach to the latter has to be any different than how we approach the things which are assigned to us academically? I have used this word academically a lot many times now, and this has been redundant at this point. But there's a very important reason why we should understand how both of the things draw similarities and at the same time differences. In the previous video, we talked about differences, and right now I'd love to actually talk about the similarities that these both genres of book hold. I've been an active listener to Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast, which is Star Talk, and one of those episodes included a guest appearance of Nick Bostrom, a great philosopher who is affiliated to the University of Oxford. At that episode, they were particularly talking about how we could be living in a simulation, and I think their discussions were enough to motivate me to pursue this field. I mean, I belong to a STEM branch, but I wanted to be a philosopher all of a sudden. But again, since we have so much educational resources available to us, I thought, why not? I mean, I could carry on a research on my own. At the same time, I didn't need to be affiliated to anybody. So that's what I did, and I embarked on a one-year journey for writing that paper. And at that time, an unexpected book came in my life. Michio Kaku's Quantum Supremacy. And yes, it's a hardcover, so it's a flex, you know this. The point being said is this book was such a help to me because I'll draw some similarities between book and some good things that happened to you. As some great person ever said this, and I'm pretty sure they did because I've heard this line a couple of thousand times, as they said that great things happen to you unexpectedly, this was one of the things that happened to me, yet unexpectedly. I took too many notes from this book down on my notepad or at times my iPad, and some things that had to be researched upon, some good quotations, and at that time I also wrote down some numbers that were present in the book. Because again, you can read the topic, quantum supremacy, and it's basically based upon quantum computers, that how they can work. I won't deep dive into this topic, but yes, you get the point. The point is, it actually helped me to complete my research paper because again, it talked about some things that had to be included. Despite being the disciple of one of the greatest minds of this universe, I think you guessed it right, Stephen Hawking, I really did not like one of the publications of his, which was A Brief History of Time. Trust me on this book was too generic for me. And there is no other reason why I'd say that I don't like this book, because again, this book talks about everything. There were two names of this book. As you can see, A Brief History of Time is one of them, and if I'm not wrong, Theory of Everything was the name of the other book. And the whole point of it is, the book was too generic. Whilst it being generic, the other issue that I had with it is it talked about everything, as the name suggests. I know there is going to be some backlash based upon this book, because I know, as I can read some of the reviews back on this book, and just pause it and read if you want to. This book was too generic, and I've said this many times. And as I talked about, a good book being a good book for me, actually, I'm not saying that this can't be a good book for somebody else out there. Quantum Supremacy by Michio Kaku was one of those books which I could just stop and just ponder for hours, and that's why I took notes of it. But books like these, which don't have anything to just mark down or anything that I would want to remember for the rest of my life, is something that makes this book makes this book one of those which I wouldn't want to sit with a pen and paper in my hand. A beautiful question which was prompted to me by Satvik Agarwal, and I'll post his comment right over here, made me make this video. So all in all, what I want to tell you is I do make notes, and the thing about books is not every book out there is made to be made notes of. Like one of the books which I have here, which is Atomic Habits. Okay, the glare is too high. I think now it's fine. Yes. This book is something that you'd like to underline but not make notes of. That's what I want to tell you. Every book is different, and if you think that there are books out there for you which you actually need to make notes of, because I don't know, if you read them some other day or you read them on a Sunday, as a matter of fact, it'll actually benefit you, because it'll just, having a summary of a single thing out there. The thing about this is, nobody else could understand that summary as good as you can, because you made it and you know the things which aren't in the summary at the same time. So if you forget anything, you know where you need to go. And that's what I want to tell you. Again, not every book is meant to be noted down upon. Like, for me, Stephen Hawking's, this book that he published, A Brief History of Time, is not something that I note down. But yes, at the same time, quantum supremacy is definitely one of those which I definitely note down. I used the word definitely a lot, didn't I? Anyways, that'll be my time, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep posting down in the comment section below what you want to see. Thanks a lot for listening to me this far. We'll see you in the next one.